Hey, this is Tyler Franklin with Tidewater Seed. We've had a very stormy and wet past 2 weeks. We've had a lot of rain move through the mid-Atlantic region, which has been great for the corn crop, but it has really delayed small grain harvest, and ultimately it has delayed soybean planting as far as double crop planting goes. And so I want to talk to you a little bit about what population you should be planting this time of year. Been getting a lot of phone calls on that, and there's a lot of variables that go into it, whether you're using a planter, whether you're using a stripper header, whether you're using a drill. The goal is not plants per acre as much as it is nodes per acre. So I want to talk a little bit about nodes per acre and yield versus plants per acre. So full season planting, the earlier you plant, the lower your population needs to be. And ultimately, it's because the more days you have to put on nodes, to put on vegetative growth, which leads to nodes. The later you plant, the more seed you have to plant per acre to compensate for fewer days, fewer GDUs. And not a lot of seed companies talk about this because you can have the perception that all we want to do is sell more units of seed, but it's a real thing. And I want to show you a demonstration on why. So this was a full season 4.6 that was planted in April. There are 40 nodes on this plant. You can see some of them already have pods on it. There was about 70,000 plants per acre where I pulled this from. So you can see we've got a lot of branching going on. And it's because this bean, compared to a bean that's planted now, really has 3 months worth of vegetative growth. So it had time to put on this stem, these two stems. I didn't need as many plants per acre because I was going to spend more time, I was going to have more GDUs going at this plant to produce nodes. This is that same 4.6 planted 2 weeks ago. So you can see I'm just putting on my first trifoliate. I only have 1, 2, working on my third node. Whereas this plant already has 40 nodes. So it's not necessarily seeds per acre that we need to be focusing on. It's nodes per acre. And so with full season, when I'm planting early and I know I'm going to have a lot of time to put on stem, to put on extra nodes, as long as I have 75,000 plants per acre, if planted in April at an early time, I'm content. My goal is 35 nodes per plant in that scenario. It's July 3rd now. If I'm planting behind wheat with a planter, and I'm going to make sure that I have good seed to soil contact, I'm going to plant 200,000 seed per acre, hope for 180,000 seed to come up, and my goal is 15 nodes per plant. And so don't just focus on plants per acre, it's nodes per acre. So if I was drilling this time of year, July 3rd, I got to add 10% to that. In some cases, we need to be planting 220,000, 230,000 seed per